Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am here to share with you my March Mystery Madness TBR for 2021. So I am co-hosting March Mystery Madness. This is a readathon, created by the lovely Elizabeth over at LizziefayeLovesBooks. There are a ton of different co-hosts for this. I will leave all the information linked below to everybody's channel, to my original announcement video in case you want to see that, and all the other good stuff. If you want to download the prompt card that we have up here, to keep track of it for yourself. There are also some great Instagram story templates that you guys can use. It is going to be a ton of fun. It runs from the 1st through the 31st of March. So what I've been doing for the past number of years, because I've been co-hosting this event, which is fantastic, of course, is I build my entire TBR around reading nothing but mysteries. So essentially what I'm going to be doing in this video, this is going to be my normal March TBR, but it's going to have the March Mystery Madness spin on it. So I'm going to go through the things that I've been going through over the last few months when I did my TBRs for January and February, where I talk about the books from my NetGalley backlist I want to read, the books for the TBR Tackle that I want to read, series books, all that good stuff. But I am going to let you guys know which books are actually going to fit the certain prompts within that we have for March Mystery Madness. So I did pick books specifically for the 8 prompts plus the bonus. And then the other thing, B, I guess, is that every book I'm going to talk about right now are all either mystery, cozy mystery, thrillers, and romantic suspense. So all the mysterious things, all the mysterious type books in March. I'm so excited about this. I look forward to it every year. Now, this is only part 1 of my TBR. So there is going to be another TBR that I will be doing for March that's going to be coming next Thursday. And that is my middle grade March TBR. Originally, my plan had been to try and, I wanted to participate in middle grade March as well. But I wanted to only try and get mystery books so I could kind of, amalgamate everything together. It didn't work out that way. I will talk more about that in that video, but there will be a separate TBR video for that. Now, those books, including the books I'm going to talk about today, I think it's 30 books that I have on my March TBR. Now, unless I plan on reading a book a day, I am not getting through all of them. And I know that, and I'm okay with that, but I have a lot of choice. That's always what I like to say. I have a lot of choice. I got 15 books read in January, which is my goal, to read every month is 15 books. And for February, I am on track for that. So that's a good thing. Sorry, my hair is really staticky. And yeah, so 30 books, but it gives me lots of choice. But my priorities, of course, are the actual books that I picked for the prompts for March Mystery Madness, as well as the middle grade March books that, of course, I'm going to talk about in another video. So, big introduction. Sorry, you guys. Let's jump in and get started with all of the books I have that I would like to get to in March, but we shall see. So first off, as I like to do, I started with my NetGalley books, my NetGalley backlist. I have a ridiculous backlist on NetGalley, and I'm slowly working my way through them all. And here are the ones that I've picked for March. So the very first one is When I Was You by Amber Garza. I believe I had this one maybe on my January TBR and I never got to it. This is a thriller, so I don't know too much about it. But this is fitting a prompt for March Mystery Madness, and that prompt is person. So you are a person, or is a person. However, it's grammatically correct. You guys are going to realize I play fast and loose with the prompts. It's kind of my thing. It's kind of what I'm known for. As I like to joke, I can justify just about anything. So I'm allowing this one to fit for the prompt of person. The next one that I have is The Darkest Evening by Anne Cleves. Cleves, I believe. This is book number 9 in the Vera Stanhope series, which I believe is like I don't know whether it's an amateur sleuth or like a Miss Marple kind of an idea. I'm not sure. I have not read any other books in this series. The cover stood out at me. It just looks so desolate and so cold and so March, for at least here in Canada, or in my area of Canada. We tend to get, a bit more snow in March. I don't know why, like the last hurrah before the spring maybe, but this one just had that cold, desolate looking cover, so I am excited about this one. And this one is fitting another prompt, and that prompt is time, because evening is a time of day. See how that worked, you guys? I remember when I first saw the prompts, I got a little bit nervous, like, oh my gosh, these seem really difficult. But other than one, which I really played fast and loose with it, fast and loose, is most of them are not too difficult to figure out. The next one, we have Grounds for Murder by Tara Lush. This is the first book in a Coffee Lovers mystery series. Looks really cute, cozy mystery. Oh, I don't know too much more about it than that, but looks adorable. Then we have Marshmallow Malice by Amanda Flower. This is book number 5 in the Amish Candy Shop mystery series. I think I've read book one, and I read the novella that came before this one that took place at Christmas time. This is a delightful little cozy mystery series taking place in a little Amish and English town, and I really, really like it. Next we have a romantic suspense. I do love my romantic suspense. There's going to be a lot of them this month, you guys. We have Operation Mountain Recovery by Justine Davis, which is book number 12 in the Cutter's Cove series. I have not read any of the rest of this series, but I am looking forward to this one. Justine Davis is a great author. I'm pretty sure this book made my Harlequin anticipated reads, because I think it came out recently, like maybe in January or February. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Then we have Trust No One by Deborah Webb, which is the first book in the Devlin and Falco series, which is a police procedural, I believe. Now, Deborah Webb, I love her stuff, but with her stuff outside of the category romance, I have not had the best luck. One of her books I thought was amazing. It was a serial killer, the first book in a serial killer series that she did. And then late last year, I actually ended up DNFing one of her books. It was, I think, the second book in the Undertaker's Daughter series. And it got a little too much into funeral home procedures. Let's just say that. And I couldn't go there. I just couldn't go there with the author. So I ended up DNFing that one. Not saying I'm never going to go back and read it, but it just wasn't for me at that point. But this one is a bit more police procedural. We shall see where it goes. Usually I can handle some of the more violent things that happen within books, especially thrillers or police procedurals. You know, not that it's enjoyable, but I can handle it. But for some reason, that one just wasn't sitting with me at the time, but I am really looking forward to this one. I have this book and the second book from NetGalley to get to. Next up, we have, I've read the first book in this series. The second book is For Letter or Worse by Vivian Conroy. This is book 2 in a stationery shop mystery series. Like I said, I have read the first one. This takes place, I want to say, in Texas. And, you know, the premise of this is a stationery type store, you know, cards, letters, scrapbooking, that kind of thing. Paper crafts, essentially. And the store itself is housed in the old county jail, which is kind of fun. But of course, there's murders afoot. And yeah, the first book was really cute. So I'm looking forward to getting to this one. The next one is another thriller, and this is Someone's Listening by Serafina Nova Glass. Is that not an amazing name, by the way? I don't know really anything about this one. Again, it's a thriller. I am looking forward to getting to it. Next up, there are a lot of readathons going on in March, and I wanted to participate in all of them, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. But Aoife over at Words of Clover, whose channel I will also link below, I will link her announcement video. She is hosting an Irish readathon in March. I don't know if it's for the whole month or just for, a shorter period of time in March. There's a bunch of different prompts, but I am kind of unintentionally, participating in that with this book, which is Murder at an Irish Christmas. It's a holiday themed book. Who cares? Who cares? Doesn't bother me. Book number 6 in the Irish Village Murder Mystery series. Looks really cute. I do love books set in Ireland. So if you do as well, I highly suggest you check out Aoife's channel and find out more about her readathon. Like I said, there's like 5 or 6 prompts, I think, and they all look super duper fun. And again, I had so much already on my TBR that I there's no way I'm getting to all these books in the first place, much less adding a bunch more, right? But I still wanted to give her a shout out for that. So, yeah, I encourage you to go check that out too. I might have to make it a priority next year to keep in mind when I'm building my TBR to remember that she does that readathon so I can participate in it next year for sure. And last but not least, for my NetGalley books, Undercover Kitty by Sophie Ryan. This is the 8th book in the Second Chance Cat mystery series. So I believe it's like a rescue facility for cats, and it's a cozy mystery series, and it looks really cute. I've heard a lot about Sophie Ryan. I've actually not read any of her books, but I am super, super looking forward to this one. It looks really, really cute. So next up, we have the TBR Tackle, which is hosted by the Nothing But Reading Challenges group on Goodreads. Pardon me. You're encouraged to pick a set number of books at the beginning of the year. In my case, I chose 60. And so it works out to 5 books a month. So I pick 5 books every month at random from my TBR. I go to my want to read list on Goodreads and I do the random, like you can sort it random. It's really neat. I just found this out last year. You can sort it random, and then the first book that hits the top of the list for every, time you refresh the page or whatever, are the books that I pick for this challenge. So it's essentially encouraging you just to read books off of your TBR that are already on there. So I did cherry pick these ones because I wanted mystery books. And 2 of them were really cherry picked because they are both, the first 2 books are both books that I am kind of buddy reading on my channel for the month of March. So if you guys want to participate and join in and read these books with me, I encourage you to do so. So the first one that is being buddy read is The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder by Rachel McMillan. This is the first book in the Harringford and Watts series. I did buy a copy of it on paperback. It's not terribly long. So this is a historical cozy mystery in the vein of Sherlock Holmes. And it's set in 1910 Toronto. And it's delightful. This is a reread for me. I read this book the first year I participated in March Mystery Madness, so it's kind of nostalgic to me. Can 4 years ago be nostalgic? I don't know. But I was really looking forward to getting back into this series and like starting back at book 1 and then now reading my way through the series again. So yeah, so I am really looking forward to this one. So yeah, it says, in 1910 Toronto, most bachelor girls are perfecting their domestic skills and finding husbands. But Miranda Harringford and Jem Watts have never been ordinary. As the 2 detectives launch their business, the deaths of young Irish women lead them deep into the mire of the city's underbelly. While searching for answers, donning disguises, and sneaking around where no proper ladies would ever go, the pair, with Jasper Forth, a police constable, and Ray DeLuca, a reporter in whom Jem takes a more than professional interest, Miranda could well become Toronto's premier consulting detective, and Jem may just find a way to put her bachelor girlhood behind her forever if they can stay alive long enough to do so. It's so cute. It is seriously adorable. And as someone who was born and raised in Toronto, I kind of know the city quite well, and yeah, this was really fun for me to read at certain locations and stuff like that. So yeah, it was adorable. And I mean, I had to get myself a copy of the print book, and I'm so glad I did, because look at the chapter headers. They're just delightful. So yeah, so I am very much looking forward to this one. And this one is for one of the prompts for March Mystery Madness as well. This is for the prompt of single. So I know a lot of people are taking this as being like a single word title, but the way I'm putting this is bachelor is a single person. So that's how it fits. Do you see what I did there? I'm quite pleased with that one, actually. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope you guys will join me on a read-along for this one. I am going to be doing a live show on my channel, I think on the 6th. I am doing a live show on the 6th of March, kind of as a kickoff to March Mystery Madness, or the week after, like, getting into it, because I think the kickoff live show is going to be over on Elizabeth's channel. But I'm going to be doing one on the 6th, and I'm also going to be doing a live show on the 20th. So if you guys want to join in, and we're going to discuss the book. And if any of you out there are fellow booktubers, whether or not you are a co-host for March Mystery Madness and you're reading this and you want to jump on the live show and discuss with us, please do let me know in the comments below and I will add you to the list. So yeah, right now it's me and Rainey. That's the list. I'm pretty sure. Rainey's tentative, but she's going to read this with me. So we're very, very excited. Next up, sorry, I yammered on about that one. I'm just so excited about that book. The next one is the other buddy read in a way that we're going to do on the channel because I had to do, I picked a cozy-ish mystery. I had to pick a romantic suspense because that's where my heart is with romance novels. And the other book is The Last Resort by Janice K. Johnson. So this is a Harlequin intrigue novel. It came out back in December. And this is, it says, when Leah Keaton arrives at her family's remote mountain resort, a group of armed insurgents are waiting to capture her. After Leah's failed escape attempt, Spencer Wyatt, the group's second in command, takes her under his protection. Spencer is an FBI agent deep undercover, and Leah's presence is disrupting all his best laid plans. But to keep her safe, he's willing to risk his mission and his life. So yeah, and this is a standalone novel. It's not part of a series. So, if you're looking to dip your toes into romantic suspense novels, and you want to join me in reading this, there's not going to be a live show for this or anything like that. But maybe we can start up a Voxer group or something on the Discord for March Mystery Madness and we can discuss this. That would be cool too. So do let me know if you are going to be reading this as well with me in March. So that one should be a lot of fun. Next up, and that one, sorry, is for place because a resort is a place. Again, fast and loose with these prompts. But you know what? I think that one fits it pretty good. Next up, we have, if I was having fun with the prompts and, trying to decide books to fit these prompts, this one might be stretching it just a bit, but I'm going to go with it because like I said, I'm fast and loose with these. I'm just having a bit of fun. And in my opinion, it fits the prompt. So I'm going to go with it. And I just got this book the other day. If you watched my most recent weekly reading vlog. No. On Tuesday. So this goes up on Thursday. So on Tuesday, I did an unboxing and I unboxed this book. And I mentioned in that video that I wanted to read this book in March. And I found a way to do so. So the next one on my list is A Matter of Circumstance by Heather Graham. And this is a duology. There are 2 books in here. I'm actually going to be reading both of them. Both of them are former Harlequin intrigue novels re-put, so they're both romantic suspense, repackaged into this best-selling author collection. So like I said, A Matter of Circumstance by Heather Graham, and then the second book in here, the bonus book, is The New Deputy in Town. Is that what it's called? The New Deputy in Town by B.J. Daniels. She's a fantastic author as well. So how is this working for a prompt, you may be asking? Wait for it. This is for space. How, you may be asking? The word matter. I looked up in the dictionary what matter means, what the meaning is. Physical substance in general, as distinct from mind and spirit in physics, that which occupies space and possesses rest mass, especially as distinct from energy. So I always like to think dark matter, like space kind of an idea. So I'm fitting it in. Okay, guys? I'm fitting it in. I'm counting it. I'm allowing it. No one's going to come knock on my door and tell me I'm doing this wrong. So I don't care. I wanted to read this and that's how I'm going to do it. So I am really, really excited. I am looking forward to this very much. I have not read either of these books before. So technically I could count this as 2 books because it is 2 separate books in here. But I am going to count it just as this one volume. Probably when I'm updating Goodreads. It's just easier than trying to figure out page counts when you're updating books and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very much looking forward to reading one of these. I cannot wait. Next up, I have Peach Clobbered. Do you guys not love that title? And this is by Anna Gerard, and this is for the prompt of color. So peach is a color and often becomes very ugly bridesmaids' dresses. A delicious fruit and ugly bridesmaids' dresses. But yeah, look at this cover, you guys. Is it not delightful and adorable. This is the first book in the Georgia B&B mystery series. So, so cute. I am really excited about reading this one. And the last book for my TBR Tackle, we have Against the Wind by Kat Martin. This is the first book in the Rains of Wind Canyon series. This is a romantic suspense novel, and this is fitting for the prompt of weather. Wind is weather. It fits. And also kind of works too with the series title, with the Rains of Wind Canyon. But it's R-A-I-N-E-S, Rains. But still, rain, right? So yeah, that's the last one for TBR Tackle. The next set of books I have here are my series books. So I try and pick 2 books that I've started the series at book 1 and now I'm working my way through it, in book series order. And then the other 2 books are books that I have started partway through a series and I'm now jumping back to start at the beginning of the series. So the first one is 2 Bodies for the Price of One by Stephanie Bond. This is the second book in the Body Movers series, and this I'm using clearly for the prompt of number, as there is a clear number in the title of that book. The next one is Desserts, Driving, and Derelicts by Tanya Caps. And this is the second book in A Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery series. Again, I think I read this book for the first book in this series for my first March Mystery Madness. So now I'm looking forward to jumping into book number 2. This whole series is available on Kindle Unlimited. So in case you want to jump into this as well, I recommend you check it out. It's about this very well-to-do woman who I think she divorces her husband and she ends up getting this trailer park like in the settlement. And she thinks in the first book that she's getting this huge, beautiful resort. And it turns out it's a very run-down trailer park in a small town called Normal, Kentucky. And then there's, of course, murder afoot. So it's really, really cute. And I like the first one a lot. Next up, we have, I love the title of this one. Live and Let Chai by Bree Baker. This is the first book in a Seaside Cafe mystery series. This one was my bonus pick because the bonus pick for March Mystery Madness was to pick a book that you solely bought for the title. Now, I didn't buy this book just for the title because I have actually read, I think, the 3rd and 4th book in this series, but I'm jumping back now to book number 1. But this title makes me happy. It's the name of a James Bond book. James Bond was my dad's favorite. Anytime I hear anything Bond related, I think of my dad. And I think that he would be tickled with the cover of the title of this book. So I had to, of course, pick it. Yeah, I am really looking forward to getting to this one. And then the last one for my series is Flip for Murder by Maddie Day. This is the first book in the Country Store Mystery series. I read the newest book, which I want to say is book 7 or 8, in December. It was a holiday, it was a Christmas themed book, but this is the first one in this series, so I am very much looking forward to getting to this one. Now, the last few things I have here are kind of extras. They're books first of all, the audio ones are ones I really want to get to now. Some of these books I've already talked about, I'm probably going to end up listening to on audio, but these next 4 books are ones I am definitely going to be listening to on audio. I did end up resubscribing to Audible. I know, I said I wasn't going to do it. But I did it anyway, okay? Okay, don't judge me. I'm getting an Audible subscription again because $1 a month through audible.ca, it's a much cheaper alternative to me than trying to get audible.com because audible.com is in US pricing. I get charged Canadian with the way the dollar fluctuates. Who knows every month how much it's actually costing me. So because I resubscribed, I got a free credit. So I used that free credit to get these 4 books. So the Harlequin has put out the audiobook as a bind up of all 4 books in this series. And it is a intrigue series called the Tactical Crime Division Traverse City series. So there's 4 books in the series. The audiobook itself, I think each individual story works out to being just less than 6 hours. So it's just shy of 24-hour long audiobook. So my goal is to read the whole thing, of course, in March. Should not be too difficult at all, really. And like I said, 4 books within, so I'll get 4 books read from that one audiobook. So the 4 books are Rookie Instinct by Carol Erickson. And then we have Toxin Alert by Tyler Ann Schnell. Impact Zone by Julie Ann Lindsay, which is actually another Julianne Lindsay. Bree Baker is the pen name for Julianne Lindsay. So it's two by the same author, which is going to be a lot of fun. I really love her stuff. And then Hunting a Killer by the great Nicole Helm. I love Nicole Helm's work. Looking forward to that one very much. But yeah, so all 4 of those books I got in a bind-up of a single audiobook. So I'm very much looking forward to listening to that in March. And last but not least, we have a tome here. A mammoth, you may say. So I sort of kind of, not really, blame Jen over at Remembered Reads. She is one of the other co-hosts here for March Mystery Madness. She is, I believe, also in Toronto. So hello, neighbor, if you're watching this. She talked about in her announcement video that March is also March of the Mammoths, which I've heard about before, which I think encourages people to read books more than 500 pages, I want to say. So she mentioned that in a video, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have space to read a mammoth book on my TBR in March. And then I remembered this book, and it's a book I've had on my wish list for a couple of years at least, and I had planned on getting it last fall and then reading it at the holidays. There's a reason I would have read it at the holidays, because it is Christmas themed. But I decided, I went on Amazon and I looked, and brand new, this book was like $35. And I'm like, I don't want to drop that kind of money for a, the Kindle edition was like $15 or $16, which is, oh, that hurts my heart. It really does. I'm not bitching about that again here right now, but ebooks should not be that expensive. And then I found a secondary seller selling this for $15. And I'm like, okay, I can get a print copy of this book for the same price as the Kindle edition. So that's what I decided to do. So over the course of the entire month of March, I figured it out. I need to read 22 or 23 pages a day, which is not too bad. The Big Book of Christmas Mysteries. It's an ex-library copy, clearly. I am a little annoyed at the seller on Amazon because they said it was in almost new condition. Can we talk about the stains? I don't care about this. I don't care about the fact that it's a former library copy. That actually doesn't bother me in the least. It's the stains. That is not almost new condition. So I did leave that in my review, that I was a little disappointed in that. Because yeah, I mean, like, look at this, you guys. That's nasty. But anyway, regardless. So the most complete collection of Yuletide's whodunit that was ever assembled. And this was edited with an introduction by Otto Pencler. I think he's done a bunch of these, and I'm really, really excited. So I think there's something like 60 or 70 stories in this book. And yeah, so like I said, 20-ish pages a day. I should be able to get through it over the month, the whole month of March. And I think the total page count for this book is, bear with, we've got Agatha Christie, Mary Higgins Clark. I think Sherlock Holmes is in here as well. 650 pages is the total count for this. So it's big, but it's not ridiculously big. But I am really looking forward to it. It says, Unscrupulous Santas, Crimes of Christmases Past and Present, Festive Felonies, Deadly Puddings, Misdemeanors Under the Mistletoe. Christmas cases for classic characters including Sherlock Holmes, Brother Cadfael, Miss Marple, I can never say his name. That other guy that Agatha Christie writes about. Perot? I don't know how to say his name. Ellery Queen, Rumpold of the Bailey, Inspector Morris, is it Morris? M-O-R-S-E, Inspector Goatee, A.J. Raffles, and Nero Wolfe. I don't know who half those people are, but I'm guessing they're classic mystery characters. So I am very, very much looking forward to this too. And a little festiveness, deadly festiveness in my March. Anyway, guys, 30-minute video from what I'm seeing here. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this whole thing. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books that I have just talked about. And like I said, stay tuned for my other TBR that is coming in a week. I'm actually going to film it now because I'm sitting here for my March, middle grade March, which I'm excited about too. But yeah, will I get to all of these books? Probably not. But definitely I want to for sure get to the ones that fit the prompts. And yeah, until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.